Okay. So hi guys, welcome to the session. This is the post-result guidance session for the December 2025 examinations. My name is Luqman Rafiq and I'm the principal here at Escribir Academy. The session of today is going to be encompassing the discussion of the ACCA December 2025, September 2025 results. Plus, in addition to this, we will also be discussing that what are the things that you could do as a student in order to make sure that you pass in the December 2025 examination. Plus, a lot of students want to start a bit early for the March 2026 also. So we are going to be talking about that area too. So with me is our tutor for the courses of performance management, audit and assurance, and the advanced audit and assurance, Haris Hanif. And we also have Mr. Zia Rana. He is the faculty member for the taxation and the ATX course. He is the faculty member for the TX and the ATX course. And we are also joined by Kambar Raza. I guess Kambar Raza is also there. So Kambar Raza is also our trainer for the ATX course. Okay. So before I proceed, uh, let me just have a quick discussion about the pass rates for the September 2025 examinations that have been just published today. So let me just discuss the pass rate. So the pass rate that the ACCA has published today, these pass rates are like this. For the applied skill examination, the performance management has a pass rate of 43%. Taxation has got the highest pass rate amongst the applied skill exam, and that's 55. In fact, this is the highest pass rate amongst all the ACCA papers. Then we've got the financial reporting, which has a 48% pass rate, the audit and assurance 46%, and the financial management also 46%. With respect to the strategic professional examinations, the SBL exam has a 51% pass rate, SBR has a 48% pass rate. The AFM examination has a 44%, APM has 40%, and the advanced taxation 53%, and the advanced audit and assurance is 40%. So in total, this is how the pass rates are for the September 2025 examinations. Now, unfortunately, the pass rates are not what they usually are for these papers. But obviously, there could be many reasons. There could be multiple reasons behind it. Probably that the robustness of the ACCA qualification is also being increased over time. Every passing day, the qualification is becoming robust. So that's also one of the reasons that the pass rates are not that high as they used to be. Especially, I could see that the applied skill examination pass rates have gone down significantly, and they used to be quite high, but they have recently gone down significantly. Anyways, with me are the tutors. So what I would do is that I would start off first with Haris Hanif, and I would like to have a discussion with Haris. Haris, if we could have a brief discussion about what do you think are the major reasons for the students failing the PM examination? Yeah, Haris, can you please comment on this? What do you think are the major reasons for the students failing the PM examination?
Sir, hello everyone. This is Haris Sanif, ACC tutor for paper PM and AA and AAA at Escribir Academy. And the major reason behind the failure of paper PM is the lacking of analytical skills. What I just observed in the students that they used to run after the not only the concepts, but they are only focusing how to solve the questions. So the major point in paper PM is that they are lacking in the analytical skills. See that the paper PM is not the rule-based paper. That is, it is different from paper TX and FR, where you are having the standards, but paper PM is not the rule-based paper. It involves the assessment of the scenarios. So what I believe that students lack in the analytical skills, and that what students need to polish up in their in their upcoming attempt. Because as you can see that paper PM is one of the challenging ACC exam, and it has 43% global pass rates. So it needs to be improvised. And one more important point which I have observed, that students often are not able to complete paper on time. That means they are having lack of typing practice. So I strongly encourage the students to must focus on that typing practice as well as the time management as well. So this is one of the reason I have noticed in paper PM.
Okay. Like as you mentioned that the students are struggling with these areas. So what do you
Yeah,
suggest as a tutor having a lot of experience of teaching the performance management examination? I think you've been doing it for 13 years now, right? So
yeah.
what do you think could be the things that the students could do in order to overcome this issue that they are unable to complete the paper on time, plus what they could do in order to enhance the pass rates?
Yeah, first of all, I will encourage the students must to read the examiner comments. You know, the examination style has been changed. It is not as the exam was examined in 2018. Now the students should analyze, should and realize as well that the criteria of the standards is a bit more challenging than it was in a few years back. So I strongly recommend the student must to read the examiner report, at least three examiner reports, and analyze whether they have done the same mistake which has been highlighted in the examiner report. And one more important point, must to analyze and go through their detailed exam feedback, which will be released after 2 3 days, probably on Wednesday or Thursday. And I must strongly encourage the students should read their detailed exam feedback, in which they will be able to analyze that which area was underperformed and which area was good performed. So this is one of the advice. And one more important thing is student often miss the important document, which is the read the mind of the marker. See that it's not you and me who will be giving the scores to the students. It is the examining team, it is the marking team. So the very much important document to read is that the read the mind of the marker, in which this is a very positive initiative by ACCA. They have an answer script of two students, in which they have differentiated the good and the underperforming answer along with their marking scheme. So I strongly recommend to read the mind of the marker and the examiner comments. Plus, attempt as much as the recent past papers available on the ACCA practice platform. This is what they will be able to realize and identify what kind of questions and complexity of the questions will be examined.
Thank you, Haris, for a detailed feedback with respect to it. We are being joined by Kambar Radha also. Kambar handles the examination of TX and the ATX at Escribir Academy. So Kambar, as we could see that the pass rates for the ATX examinations are not very promising this time round. So I would like you to basically comment, because what I could see is that the ATX pass rates are 53%, although they are the best amongst the optional examination, but still, I believe the ATX has had greater pass rates in the past. And as we know that the ATX syllabus also changes after the March examination. So that means the students have got two more examination attempts in the current Finance Act. So Kambar, what do you think should be the things that the students follow in order to handle the ATX examination well? Yeah, Kambar, can you hear me,
Sorry.
please?
Yeah,
Yes.
loud and clear. I hope you
Okay,
can
sir.
also hear me.
Yes, sir.
So,
Audible.
a very good question. Again, the results are quite surprising to me because the trend is not on the similar lines. I'm currently in the discussion with the students, but from a high level perspective, probably students started more relying on the professional marks, which is like 20 marks, and not focusing, not preparing, not practicing that on much. Probably students should, like 20 marks professional are enough, but the students need to more look and learn how to grab them. So I personally feel from the discussion with the students that they are currently lacking. They are relying on it, but they are other way around lacking on it as well. So I don't foresee any technical issue as such with the students' feedback, but I personally feel that there is a lacking area of this professionalism, professional marks. Sorry.
Mhm. Sir, thank you for highlighting this specific area of the professional marks. So what I would want you to do is that to give a bit of a feedback with respect to how do you think that a student could gain professional marks for the ATX examination, because there are those four professional skills of professional skepticism, commercial acumen, and analytical skills. So what do you think that the students have to do in order to get those marks?
So students need to pick the specific situation and respond to the specific situation. So still the general issue which I face with the students even at time of discussion before the exams is, and this is a common examiner feedback as well. Like I am not sure whether a student is writing answer in general or whether a student is answering the question specific to a scenario. And probably students need to learn, like Sir Haris highlighted, the examiner report, the examiner feedbacks, bare minimum three. I agree with Sir Haris that that will guide you how to grab them, because you are not supposed to go too much extra mile to grab those marks. But how to grab those marks, this is an art. And again, being a tutor of ATX, I do teach how to grab these marks, but still there is a lot of room, and every situation is different with respect to grabbing the marks. So students need to look more towards examiner reports, examiner feedback, how they need to analyze how the answer is structured. And again, in the answers, examiner do highlight, for example, how, like in this question, what to write to grab professional skepticism marks, commercial acumen marks, analysis and evaluation marks, etc. Thank you.
Sir, thank you very much for a detailed feedback. Okay, one more thing, I am getting a message from one of the students in the chat, and that student is specifically asking that what do you suggest with respect to the practice material? Do you think that we should practice the questions from the ACCA study hub, or you think that we should practice the questions from the Kaplan or the BPP kit? So what do you recommend for the ATX? And also, how do you manage those things in your lectures?
So in general, if you ask me, in our lectures, we do cover exam kits. And exam kits are not too far from the study hub. They are like closer. Again,
Mhm.
professional exams, exam kit also is on one direction. Questions not necessarily be on the similar direction. I do recall in the last class of my ATX, one of the student asked me the question, sir, how much similar is the real exam question as compared to the exam kit or study hub? So on that, rather than I respond to him, I take the feedback from the other fellows who attempted other professional marks. And the common feedback is exams are always way off. It's like 90 or 180-degree off from the exam kit or study hub. So basically, we need to learn how to practice the exam kit rather than learning the exam kit. So students generally try to learn from the exam kit, whereas exam kit and or study hub is not to learn. It is basically to test your learn. So first you need to be clear on the concept, and that to check how much you have learned, then you need to practice from the exam kit.
Sir, thank you very much for the detailed feedback. Okay, as being a tutor for SBR, AFM, FM, and APM myself, I would like to add up to what Sir Kambar has actually said, that gone are the days when you would expect that you have seen a similar type of pass examination paper, and you would expect that a similar type of question would be examined. Gone are those days. The ACCA qualification is becoming robust every passing day, every single day. ACCA is actually making it a bit more challenging. So the people who rely on rote learning, they are unable to handle things. The ones who actually try to grab the concept, try to have a broader understanding of what is being asked, are the ones who are able to handle the situation and tackle the scenarios. So, I mean, there is a question from one of the students relating to the APM, that he is confused that I am not too sure if I should take APM, ATX, or AAA as my second examination, as I've already done the AFM examination. So since I'm the relevant tutor for the APM course, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to answer your question. See, When it comes to the APM, APM used to have the lowest pass rate amongst the professional level examination. But this time around, APM and the AAA, they are equal pass rates. Now, the point is that when the pass rates are like this, so the biggest problem with respect to APM is that APM is the least popular examination amongst the students with respect to the optional examination. If you look at the overall analysis, so the highest number of students who attempt the exam is AAA, number two is AFM, the third one of them is the ATX, and the fourth one is the APM. And one of the major reason is that the APM has got low pass rates. The major reason being that APM requires you to apply knowledge. APM is almost everything related to APM is general. I would say only 20% is the knowledge that you would probably learn in the books or things. 80% of APM is in general, is like applying to the given scenario. So if you are one of those who can handle a situation, if you are one of those who could give solutions in a given situation, then APM is made for you. So, and secondly, a lot of students coming from Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Nepal, they've got another issue, which is a language barrier. Even from some part of Middle East also, they've got a language barrier. They don't have a good English. So that's also one of the problem, right? So the point is that this problem, like Sharwa, the way you are asking, I think you are from one of the African countries. You probably don't have an issue in writing down the English language, right? So that means you don't have an issue in expressing yourself. But if you don't have an issue in expressing yourself in terms of language, but if you are not very thoughtful, if you are like you could just go by the rules rather than thinking in a broader perspective, so the APM is not meant for you. APM is only meant for you if you could apply, if you could give solutions to the general scenario. So anyone who's looking for APM as an option, I would only recommend APM as an option if you are if you are if you are somebody who could think out of the box, or who could give solutions in the given scenario, right? Hope that answers the question. Okay, sir Zia, there is a question from one of the students related to the FR examination, and the student is asking that how could we master the questions related to section C, which is the constructed response questions. Like the questions are becoming complex every passing day. So how could we improve this question, like consolidation, ratios, financial reporting area? So how could we do that?
Hello everyone. I hope I'm audible to all of you.
Yes, sir, very audible.
All right. As the student has asked that how we can practice, how we can like make stronger about section C of FR paper. So basically, and as you commented that every passing day, ratios are being tested with each and every type of question for section C of FR paper. Even if the question is for company accounts, still the ratios will be the part and parcel of that question. And also same goes for the consolidation question as well. So that means in past we know that in past it's simple question about make the P&L or make the consolidated balance sheet for a company. But now the examiner has incorporated the ratios element with all of the questions. Examiner wants a student to analyze the current situation, even if the company is a single company or a company is a group of companies. So as I'm taking the words of Sir Haris Hanif, he also mentioned that examiner reports clearly tells student that how they have to practice the questions. At least 5 to 6 examiner reports must be followed for practicing before practicing such questions. Plus, in the exam kits, the questions are given as they are like they are taking the current situation and the ratios which have been asked for the questions. All of the things are given in the examiner reports and the exam kits. If a student thoroughly follows all of the things, so I'm sure that the student would not be failing the FR exam, right?
Can I add one thing, Sir Jiarana, with respect
Sure,
to
sure.
paper FR?
Yes.
Okay, there is a question often from the students that what is the ratio of calculation and interpretation side of paper FR? Since you are the expert tutor of financial reporting, and I think you are the better person to answer this question. Because some students ask me that, sir, what is the ratio? What is the ratio of computational kind of question and the interpretation side?
The All right, all right. For example, if a requirement is asked for 5 marks for ratios calculation, then at the
Yeah.
same time there will be another requirement to analyze the company situation for 8 to 10 marks. So basically calculation is not that kind of thing which examiner prefer to ask. Yes, there are calculation marks available and normally 1 mark is available for each ratio calculation, but 2 to 3 marks are there to interpret, to analyze the company's situation and link the ratio with the given scenario. At times a budgetary ratio is given and we have to compare with the actual, or at times the competitors ratios results are there and we have to compare our position to the competitors result. So basically calculation of the ratio is not that important, but the analysis are what important for any student.
Okay,
Sir,
thank you so much,
thank you
sir.
very much, Sir Zia, for the detailed and the comprehensive feedback. Haris, I would like you to answer this query because the student is saying that how important it is to have the knowledge of SBR while attempting the AAA. And what if I have done the SBR 3 years ago and I've forgotten almost all the accounting standard? So, sir, do you think that I will be able to do the AAA easily, or do I have to go back and revise all the standards that were done at the SBR level?
Okay, so first of all, some of the students think that paper AAA, which since it is an advanced audit and assurance, it should be attempted right after AA, which is a very wrong option and the wrong decision. So SBR, I would say SBR is one of the prerequisite for attempting paper AAA because at AAA level, there are scenarios which were examined at SBR level. So if a student had appeared for paper SBR 3 years back, so I will recommend that just to revise the accounting standard first, or rather than I would recommend that to study from the crash course. Like for example, Mr. Lukman Rafiq, you do offer the crash course. So if he can revise the accounting standards through your lecture video, so it will be far more important and better for that student, because SBR is very much important to appear for paper AAA. And I'm sure that the student might have forgotten the standard because he have studied 3 years back. So I will recommend to revise that standard. It can be simultaneously taken. For example, if he is studying the accounting standards as a revision tool, and simultaneously he is studying paper AAA. Has it been answered, sir?
All right, all right. So here we got another question, and a student is asking that currently he's taking PM for December session and only left with a paper which is LW law. A student is asking whether a law paper should be attempted before December exam session or after the December exam session. So, Sir Lukman Rafiq, what do you suggest?
Okay. Actually, I'm sorry, I just changed my mic. Can you just repeat the query, please?
An student who is currently taking PM for December session, and that's the only paper in skills level, and only left with law paper. A student is asking whether law should be attempted before F5 or after F5, like before December exam session or after December exam session.
Okay, see, there are two types of examination in ACCA. One of them is a session CBE and the other one of them is on-demand examination. So when we talk about the law examination, it's an on-demand examination. You could just go and you could attempt the examination anytime you want to attempt, right? But when it comes to the PM examination, it's a session CBE. You need to have March, June, September, December. These are the 4 sessions when you would have to attempt this exam. So there is no point in missing out the PM attempt for the sake of law paper. You could just do law anytime you want to do. So what I would recommend you to do is that give the PM paper, and the law could be done at any time. Ideally, if I would have to start now, and if I have to decide that if I should give PM in December or if I should give law earlier, so I would give PM in December, and I would rather try doing law examination in like by the end of December or the part of January, because you get over with your December attempt around 6, 8 December. So like 6, 8 December, let's say even 10th of December, you get over with it. So from the 10th of December till the 10th of January, what you could do is that you could utilize that time to give the law examination. That's what I would recommend you to do.
But don't
Okay,
miss
so
the
there
December
is,
attempt.
yeah, so there is one more query, and that's relating to the TX paper. So we have got two syllabuses with respect to TX. We have got one of the courses that's recorded by Zia and one of the recorded courses that's by Kambarada. So I think the student who is asking this question is probably belonging to the English level, English TX examination. So Kambar, I would like to have a quick discussion related to this one for you. Um, so a student who is working at this level and who's planning to attempt the TX, so what do you recommend that how much time should they invest? How much time, how should they practice? Because he says that I've got limited time. How should I manage the time?
So thanks, Lukman. So to be very honest, this is one of my favorite questions, and I really love to answer this. So it's never ever about time. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Yeah. So it's never ever about time. It's about the quality of time which you are investing during your studies. So let's say one student who is studying, so-called studying for 3 hours, but out of 3 hours, for make it half of the time, other thoughts, other work-related items in his or her mind, versus a student spending 2 hours but quality time. Which one is better? So the time is gone where we normally talk about management by operations. You have to study 2 hours, you have to study 3 hours. No, my friend. So probably you need to make your schedule, discuss with your relevant tutor. This is my planner, this is my schedule. I will be completing X topic by Y date, A topic by B date, and that planner should have to be followed. Probably you need to stretch some of the days where you are able to spare some more time. Probably you need to, some of the days could be where you have some workload with respect to your work and you would not be able to spend much of the time. Let's say you are tired, etc., etc. So again, make your weekly, let's say, targets that in week 1, I have to complete this topic. Week 2, I have to complete this topic. Week 3, the planner should be discussed and agreed with your tutor, and that should be followed accordingly. Thank you.
Thank you, Kambar. Spot on, spot on. Basically, what matters is the quality time that you invest rather than the quantity of the time. You could just stretch out 10 hours of the day, checking out your mobile phones, anything that you want to. A quick test, every one of you who's here, including the tutors also. If you could just go on to your mobile phone, a quick test. Let's just do a quick check. If you could just go onto your mobile phones and go onto the settings. Everybody go onto the settings and click on the battery. You go on to the settings and click on the battery. And when you go on to the battery, click on the battery usage. Click on the battery usage. Click on the battery usage. You would have the applications that have consumed your battery time the most. Okay, so I've got many of you connected here. Like I would just go about starting with myself. My most time consumed for, like I've got 2 mobile phones with me. So one of the mobile phones, my 45% battery is being consumed by WhatsApp business. And then the second highest battery that's being consumed is by YouTube. And third highest battery is being consumed by one of the cricketing application that I use. That's how my mobile phone appears to be. Okay, how many of you have got TikTok on the top? Yeah, how many of you have got TikTok on the top?
I don't have
Anybody?
TikTok installed.
You have got?
No.
I don't have.
Most of
Okay,
the battery
anyone?
consumption of
How
mine
many
is
of you
on,
got Instagram on the top?
no.
Yeah, please don't be shy. Okay, so
No,
everybody has.
the top one is the WhatsApp because we used to answer the students on the WhatsApp.
Okay, lovely. And who else? I mean, like anyone for Netflix, anyone for Instagram, anyone for
I don't have
Snapchat?
Netflix.
Nobody, nobody. Okay, have you people not checked your mobile phones yet, or you are too shy to discuss what your mobile phone reflects? Anyways,
So
now the
probably,
point.
Lukman, on this point, sorry to cut you, but this is, one of the really concern. Like if being a student, you are not open to your teachers, you are not fair to your teachers, you are not sharing the true reality with your teachers. At times, this is the space where we struggle to advise the students as well. Because, like, for example, if I am not feeling well, the first person to whom I should be fair is the doctor so that
Mhm.
he can give me the proper medicine. The more fairer and the more transparent I would be with my doctor, the better medicine he would be in a position to guide me. Similar is the case and the relation between the tutor and the student. So if students are not fair to share their, let's say, mobile usage, how can we be in a good position to advise them?
Sure. True. Anyways, that's okay. I mean, like the whole objective of this discussion was that, see, nobody knows ourselves better than ourselves. I mean, like we know ourselves the best. Nobody knows it better than us. So um, you could always have a self-evaluation that where have you been spending your time? That's the most important thing to do. And like the do not disturb mode is there on the mobile phone. Plus, what happens is that there is always a time that you could use your mobile phone. You could just designate the time that, because see, the mobile phones are the biggest distractions in the life, especially the notifications. They're the biggest distractions in the life. Me and Haris were sitting in there around 3 hours back. And Haris was talking to me about something, and then he opened up his mobile phone. And then 2 minutes later, he's saying, "What were we discussing?" I said, yeah, that's the biggest problem. Once you have your mobile phone in your hand, you open the mobile phone for a specific reason, and then you end up doing something else. That's the biggest problem. So then he recalled that, oh, I was trying to contact Kambar on this. So, anyways, I mean, like that's how things are. And this happened to Haris once, but it happens to me 10 times in a day. So yeah, this is something. This is normal. Anyways, but
But
we need
but
to
but
we
one
need
thing,
to
but
limit
one
the
thing,
distractions.
but one thing I would like to ask to you, Sandokan, that how can we manage this thing? Because most of the students are connected with the WhatsApp, and we have a query on the WhatsApp, and how this is, distraction can be managed, because this is the same device which is used for the study purpose and for the distraction purpose as well.
Okay,
So
see,
I
it's
think
it's
it's,
quite
I
it's
think,
quite important when you
yeah.
have
So
a
I
do not
think,
disturb mode in your mobile phone.
yeah.
So I mean, like,
So,
see, what happens is there are so many controls available. Like,
mm,
obviously, it seems like a bit of a tech class, but like when you have a do not disturb mode, so you could have exceptions for the applications in the do not disturb mode, that this application's notification are allowed and this application notification are not allowed. That's one thing.
yeah.
Second thing is that even with the WhatsApp, you could have specific groups for which the notification would go on, then the remaining groups, the specific notification would not go on. So like it's always there. You could just manage it, or maybe it's not necessary that you are doing the lectures and you have to ask the questions then and there to the tutor. What you could do is that you could just write down your questions and you could just put them across later on once you are done with your session. Like in my I mean days then when I was studying, it's still the days when I have to just prepare something. So what I do is that I just put both my mobile phones on a silent mode. They don't even vibrate. And like the heads down for the mobile phone, and then I go
Mm,
about with the mobile phone, and then I go with the work. Otherwise, I just cannot work. And it's like everybody's there. Anyways, I mean, like that's a long discussion, and it's like everybody can manage on their own. One question that Haris we are having with respect to double A, the students they say that we don't understand how many test of control questions do we have to practice, and plus every question related to test of controls is different. So what do you think that what we could do to manage those questions?
okay. So test of control is the question which is a scenario based. It's not, first of all, it is not the knowledge based. One thing I would like to highlight it over here, that how many questions should you practice? This is one. This is the question, right? So there are six control system, like sales system, purchase system, inventory system. So every question should cover every aspect of the control. So it's not about the quantity of the question. It about the quality of the question. And one more important thing, you must need to make sure that you should cover all those questions, which includes all the systems. Like there are separately question examined and there is a hybrid question as well. So according to me, whatever from wherever you are studying, I'm sure the tutor might have covered all the things. So must number one, this is a very simple thing. Must cover all the questions which had been covered in your LMS, plus all the past papers from 2020 onwards. And every question is different from the next question. So you must need to make sure that you should not you should not learn the things. You should understand the concepts.
Sir, thank you very much for this. There is a question on the Facebook from one of the student, Mohsen Abbas. Is asking one question for Haris Hanif. Which publisher book we will read for interpretation and discussion? Because the ratio of calculations and interpretation is 40-60. So
Yeah.
quick answer for that.
Basically, it's not measurable that whether it is 40-60. Simple point is that I will simply say you need to you should expect more than 50% as a discussion part of paper PM.
Okay, so
More
which
than
study text
50%.
you suggest? How should they prepare for it?
I will suggest ACCA study hub or whatever the study text. For example, if you are using Kaplan study text, it's fine. For example, if you are, but I will strongly suggest ACCA study hub.
Okay. Sir, thank you for this. Mohsen Abbas, you have a question. I want to take OBU degree, but my remaining papers are PM and AA. So please suggest how can I manage it, boss? My friend, you can only manage it one way, and that is that you should attempt both the examination ideally in December, because I think that the OBU is gonna expire in the next year. So you just make sure that you do it as soon as possible. Otherwise, the OBU is gonna expire, right? So try doing both the papers now. Don't wait for the next year. That's one thing. Okay. Zia, we have a question related to the taxation paper. Sir, can you just identify what are the core areas of taxation?
Can you please repeat your question, sir?
Sir, can you identify what are the core areas of taxation?
For taxation paper for section B and section C, examiner has identified the areas. Like there are 3 areas from which section B questions are there: VAT, CGT, and IST. So these are equally important for section B because there is a 10-mark question from all these 3 areas. So we got 30-mark questions from section B. So we cannot say that we can skip any of these. So because all are equally important. And for section C, we got 15 marks income tax question and 15 marks corporation tax. So then again, these are the defined areas, and for taxation paper, we have to prepare in all aspects. So we cannot say that you can skip or you can give less attention to any area. So all are equally important, and plus there is also a 10-mark question in section C, which is a combination of corporation taxes and income taxes, and the question is from tax planning. So for tax planning, there is no specific topic or the chapter name, but tax planning question is also based on the knowledge of the corporation tax and the income taxes. And the same areas are also tested in section A. And so that's the reason I always ask a student to prepare in all aspects, because there is only one key to pass TX paper, and there's a practice more and more questions, because there are a number of laws, rules, tax laws are there, and there are a lot of petty calculations involved in TX calculation and TX paper. So there is only one key to pass TX, and by the way, it has the highest pass rate amongst all of the ACCA papers, from in fact from F5 onwards to the professional level papers. TX is a paper who has the highest pass rate, but still students do fail this paper because they do not practice more, and especially on the CBA practice platform. I was on a call today, and the student was asking that, sir, I just failed my exam at 48, and I am not getting the reason how I failed my exam. I simply asked a question that how many questions you practice on CBA platform, and she replied that only 5 questions. And then I said,
Hmm.
you have to attempt 3 questions during your exam, and for attempting 3 questions in your real exam, you practice only 5 questions at your home. So is that fair? She replied, no. So I also guided her to practice around 25 to 30 questions. So it would be covering your knowledge as well, and the time management and all these skills which are required to complete the TX paper in a timely manner and to pass with good marks.
Thank you, Zia, for detailed feedback. Okay, let me just see if there is any. Osman Alam, thank you very much for
Sir, I would like
appreciating
to
this.
ask you a question.
Yeah.
Sir, one, why paper FM has got pass rates less than 50%? Because I am expecting that it should be more than 50%, but it has reportedly 46%. So can you
Okay,
please give a
that's a
highlight on
the
paper
very simple
FM?
answer for it. The reason being, students think that it's a purely computational examination, whereas it is not. So if you have got like 100 marks of FM, out of 100 marks, approximately 50 marks is theoretical, especially the MCQ part. So so you are not gonna get through FM only with the calculations. If you have to pass FM, you have to combine the calculations along with the theoretical aspects, and that's the biggest
Hmm.
problem. To me, FM is the most interesting paper for the
Yeah.
applied skills. But still, the students they don't pass the paper. The reason being that they rely overly on the calculation. So, formula is simple for the FM. If you have to pass, you have to rely on the theoretical aspects also. Otherwise, I
Hmm.
mean, like if you rely on theoretical aspects too, nobody can fail you the FM examination. That's quite simple. Okay. So, uh, sir, let's see if there are any other questions pending, because there are the questions coming in from different platforms, different Facebook pages, different Facebook groups, plus the Zoom meeting also. So there are some questions also which are being asked in the WhatsApp chats. So let's see if there is any pending question that any one of you can identify that we have not tested, that we have not discussed yet. Okay. Yeah. So the students, one of the student has this question. Okay. Yeah, Zafar. Yeah, I'm just gonna answer this. Okay, Zafar is asking that, sir, do you people have any plans for the people who have unfortunately failed the examination? So Haris, do you have any plan? Do we have any plans for the students who have unfortunately failed the examination?
Yeah, we have a plan and we are going to announce the reseat orientation. And there is a good plan. Which paper it is?
I don't know. I mean, like he's just asking for the students who have
Yeah,
failed.
we have the plan for the research students, and the plan is very much simple that how to get yourself prepare well for the December 25 attempt. So we have our reseat orientation in this week.
Okay, so it's going to be a subject-wise orientation, like every
Yeah.
tutor is going to be conducting a separate orientation for the reset students. So you all could join, and we have an offer of 50% discount for all the students who are opting for a reset. So just in case, if you have unfortunately failed the examination, no matter wherever you have actually studied it from us or from other institution, you are most welcome. Also, there is one more thing that I would like to ask you, is that like a lot of the students, they do have financial issues also. So
Hmm.
we have got a policy to accommodate every single person. And if you are unable to pay, that's okay. That's okay. You could still come and you could study with us. We will inshallah take care of your studies. You don't have to worry about it, right? So that's something that I wanted to add up. Okay, before we leave,
I
if I
just
could,
received a
yeah, yeah.
question over WhatsApp, and it's pertaining to AA and ATX. I would request Sir Haris and Sir Kamber to respond on this. I'm just reading the question. Sir, actually मेरा audit का paper clear नहीं हुआ. So मार्च अटेम्प्ट में AA and ATX लूँ तो दोनों साथ cover हो सकते हैं. Now, what do you suggest, Sir Haris and Sir Kamber, please?
Okay, as far as paper double is concerned, if your paper was failed, so one of the important aspects you should go through your detailed exam feedback and you can share it with me as well. And secondly, you must need to attempt the assignment because I have seen most of the students do not complete the assignment. Assignment is very much essential and important part and parcel of your preparation because it is being checked and you are having the feedback by the tutor or the tutor assistant. So one of the thing I would suggest that must attempt the assignments, attempt the mocks as well under the examination condition. And according to my perspective, I don't recommend to appear for paper AA and ATX at the same time because it will be much more challenging. And I think for ATX, Sir Kambaraza will can add more.
Yeah, so with respect to ATX, first, obviously, you need to be vigilant about your AA exam because to best of my knowledge, you cannot attempt professional exam unless you have bare minimum attempt of the fundamentals. So ATX cannot be done skipping the AA exam. I hope my understanding is correct.
A
So from
student
that
wants to
perspective,
attempt both the papers at the same time. A student is not asking about skipping the AA and attempting ATX. A student wants to know that is there any possibility that both the exams can be attempted in a single
Okay.
exam session?
If
so
I
if
could, if I
you
could
are,
just add up, Kambar, if I could
yes,
just add up
please.
one thing
Sure.
before you answer this question. See, we are assuming that that means you have you have completed all the other remaining examinations of the applied skills, right? This is only possible if you, I mean, like you're only eligible to attempt the professional level examination if you have completed all the applied skill exam or you are doing the remaining papers of applied skills along with professional. Kambar, please, you could just continue.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So that like exactly that was my question in the first instance. So if you are done with all other fundamental applied skills and you are planning to attempt AA and ATX, it is perfectly doable. Like it is not impossible. And just to share, in every impossible, if you break it down, it is I am possible. The more important thing is how you gonna structure your timetable, how you gonna structure your study plan, that is the more important. But I have couple of examples in the past where students have attempted one fundamental skills. At times it is audit, at times it is financial management, at times it is performance measurement along with the ATX. And there are success stories as well. So you can be one of the success story if you manage and plan your things accordingly. Thank you.
Okay, one more thing that I would like to add up to this is that, see, it also depends upon if you are a full-time student or if you are a working student. So that also matters because you see, what happens is if you put yourself under unnecessary stress, then that makes the matter worse because like um, attempting to examination and failing, God forbid, failing both of them is a very bad situation that you're going to put yourself into. So only take this thing if you are able to manage time, if you have got time. And if you are a full-time student, then you could do this. But if you are a working student, then it becomes a bit difficult to manage these things. Okay. Before we end the session of today, any final comment, Haris, from your side?
No, but the simple point is that don't be demotivated. If you will be demotivated, it will impact your December attempt. So choice is yours. Either you should focus with a structured plan, with a discipline, or get yourself demotivated and be in a stress. So simple point is that focus on the revised plan. And if any one of you wants the revision plan, people can reach us out.
Thank you. Zia, any final words from you?
Sir, I would like to ask that what we are offering to students, the students who are retaking any paper in skills or professional. So obviously we are offering some discounts, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a flat 50% off for everyone who is there for the resit, whether they've
All right.
taken the examination, they were studied from us or they have not studied from us. They are eligible to take a 50% discount.
For December 25 exam session.
Yes.
All right. Any questions from Sir Kambar?
Yeah, so I like to ask one question. Let's say if anyone, maybe Sir Lukman, on behalf of the student. So one student I was discussing last week, like, sir, I'm planning to attempt 2 papers. So I need to pass 3 papers, let's say, till March exam session. If I study 2 papers in this session, attempt one, and let's say the one studied paper along with one more paper I study in, let's say, March session and attempt 2 papers. How this strategy sounds to you?
Okay, to me, I would suggest that rather than studying two, attempting one, study two, attempt two right now. So that just in case if one of the examinations is not cleared through and you had a deadline to pass till March, so you could just resit that examination and you could just still have the chance to give two papers in March. So I would suggest that study two, attempt two in the current session of December, and then for the March session, you could just plan for one single paper, and God forbid if you are unable to pass through both the papers in December, so you could just carry forward, reattempt the other one in the March. That's what I would suggest.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
So thank you very much, guys. Thank you for joining in. And what happens is that you could get in touch with us at our numbers. I would just write down the number in the chat window. So this is our number. You could just get in touch with our team. They are available for almost 18 hours of a day, and your queries would be answered, inshallah. Plus, you could just visit our website, escriberacademy.com, for more details. And if you want to have a personal counseling, and if you are living in Karachi, you could come and visit our campus at the PECHS. You could meet any of us, myself, Haris, Zia, Kambar, whomsoever you want to meet. Or in case if you want to have a discussion over the phone, you could just message us, and we are there to guide you people for whatever guidance that you people need. Right. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you all for being here. Hope you all enjoyed the session. If there is any final thing from any of the students, you're most welcome to ask, or else we conclude the session here. Okay. We have got Munir also. I'm sorry, I just missed out. Munir has also joined. Munir, how are you?
Assalamu alaikum to everyone. I pray every one of you are also doing good. Alhamdulillah, I'm fine, sir.
Walaikum assalam.
Sir, really sorry, I just missed out. Okay, so Munir does AAA course with us. Munir, if there is any guidance, specific guidance that you would like to add up for the AAA course.
Sure, sir. Since the results are out and those students who have succeeded their papers, lots of congratulations to them. And those who couldn't make it this time, so one help, you were asking that what every tutor can offer from their side to help the students. So what I can help from my side is that I can offer students to get their answers checked. I'll try my level best to accommodate as many answers as the students can submit to me. I'll try to give them the feedback from my end. I'll try to arrange few practice sessions before the examinations as well. But self-practice is very, very important when it comes to AAA. As Sir Zia also stated, that merely attempting 2-3 questions might not do the trick. So attempting lots and lots of questions, and AAA is all about practice. The more the students practice, the more they get to know their mistakes, the better chances of passing in the upcoming attempt. So what I can offer from my side is marking off their exam copies, because I have seen students very, very small mistakes may lead to failure. And lots of students fail on 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So if this effort of mine could even make the students to bridge this small gap 5 to 6 months, if we from our side are able to help them out to bridge this gap of 4 or 5 marks, then this could be the difference between passing and failure. So wishing lots and lots of best wishes to all the students, wishing lots and lots of prayers for their success in the upcoming attempt. And thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for giving me the chance to say.
Thank you, Munir. Okay, just for the sake of guiding you people, we have got the AAA in English language by Munir Shafi and Kashif Kamran. And for the AAA in the Urdu language, we have got it for Sir Haris Hanif. As for the PM courses, the Urdu language course of PM is offered by Haris. The English language course for the PM is offered by myself. Plus, similarly, for the taxation, the English language course is being offered by Kambarada. For the Urdu language course, it's being offered by Ziarana. So like it's a one window solution that you could get at Escribir Academy. You come to us, you have got lectures in English, you've got lectures in Urdu. they are not dubbed lectures, they are actually taught lectures, right? So they are actually being delivered by the tutors and you would be getting them, right? And they have specifically been done for ACCA qualification. They're not like that they've been done for some other qualification and they've been picked up and just given out to you that these are the common topics. No, they have been done specifically recorded for the ACCA courses. So that's what I wanted to highlight. So thank you guys. Thank you everybody. Thank you Kambar. Thank you Haris. Thank you Munir. Thank you Zia for joining in. Thank you all the students who have actually joined us on the Zoom. Thank you for all the students who have joined us on the Facebook. We are there to assist you. We are there to help you. And hopefully, inshallah, together we could just make it a successful journey for the December
Inshallah.
and for the upcoming examinations. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank
everyone
you.
for joining.
Thank you.